Hello and welcome to a video of me, Winner and Trades, where I'm here once again with the weekly dose of Andrew, which seriously, I still wanting suggestions for a different name for this series, considering, a weekly dose of Andrew really isn't the best name, but it's the best I personally can actually come up with, because I'm not very creative. So if you have any suggestions for a different name for this series, please leave a comment below so I actually can start building up a list of suggestions for this thing and then choose the best one I find out of all those suggestions. So of course have it somewhat related to my name, Winner and Trait, of course. So um, I guess I'll go to here and well, yeah. Once again, I had to go and manually make a flag for a thumbnail for one of these Age of History videos. Because, flag doesn't actually exist in history. It's something that was just created so the country would actually have a flag. Which, to be honest, I think with the Warring States period video here, any of the countries in that time probably would have had to manually create a flag. But, yeah, this one was actually quite easy for me to do this time. But also, when I was actually going through the flag game files, looking at flags there, so I could actually try and find this flag and work something out with it, I noticed another flag in there, in those game files there, which made it where I knew exactly what I'm going to be doing after the Napoleonic Wars videos that I'm going to be doing next on Mondays. And, well, yeah, Napoleonic Wars is probably going to be 2 episodes, possibly 3, because of the fact that it's like 1,000 provinces in that scenario. So yeah, 2 or possibly 3 weeks on that. But after that, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing after that, which is playing as Ostrotska, because apparently that's a civilization in the game. So yeah, I guess I'll be playing a random game as Ostrotska. Not any specific scenario, considering, well, yeah, Ostrotska doesn't actually exist in any of the scenarios, of course. But yeah, so got that out of the way, and I will now move on to talking about anime, I guess. I'm gonna try to talk about this or the last 2 weeks, to be honest. But new American character, I guess. Uh, yeah, lesbian, heavily. But yeah, don't I honestly don't actually remember what I was going to actually say here. Oh yeah, now I remember. Apparently in the previous episode, all the characters come absolutely stupid. Cause main character and Glenn, the new American character, I think. Um, yeah, just going into this basement dungeon to basically look at things because they were told that there was something there, basically. And yet, you can clearly see into the basement that there is absolutely nothing of importance there, but they still walk into it and get locked up. Then the rest of the party members just follow the old ass man over what is, I'm pretty sure, clearly away from the village onto a wooden bridge in which he destroys after getting across. Seriously, why did everyone become stupid all of a sudden? But yeah, next anime, I guess. Kanajo mo Kanajo, which we finally got to the point where Shino finally actually discovered, yeah, Saki doesn't have Nagia to herself, I guess. And also, one thing I honestly kind of find slightly annoying, I guess, about this anime, though I do really like it, is just the fact that I honestly don't think you can really call it two timing when they've agreed to the whole thing. Considering it's basically just the relationship that they've agreed to, can you really call that two timing? I honestly don't think so myself. They agreed to it. It's not two timing, right? I honestly don't know. But yeah, don't really have anything else to say here, I guess. Guess we'll see how things play out in the last 3 episodes of this. But yeah, this anime is also very stupid, of course. Which is surprising that I actually like it, considering I don't really like stupid things. At all. But I guess the stupidness of this is just so ridiculous I actually like it. Yeah. But next. Bokutachi no Remake. Yeah. So we finally got to the end of the main thing for this anime, I guess. And yeah. Everything fell apart for Kyoya, I guess. He's gone back to the future after all the change, seeing the consequences of his actions, I guess. In which he is now married to Aki and has a kid. So, yeah. To be honest, I personally would say that's probably better than his previous life. But he also kind of probably destroyed other people's lives, futures as well, as a result of things he did. But, yeah, I guess we're going to see what all has actually changed, and if anything could actually possibly be recovered. Yeah, when it comes to other characters, I guess, maybe? I don't really know. But, next up, Tante wa Mao Shinderu. I was wrong about Cestia dying in the next episode. For episode 10. It ended up being this episode. To be honest, I didn't expect it to go that quickly in there. Just doing all of that in a single episode. But, yeah. Cestia is dead. We got to that point in the backstory flashback. And also the end of the episode with that picture. Took me a moment to actually realize what that picture was. Considering it had me confused for a moment before I realized that picture was from the very beginning of the fucking anime. So do not be fooled by that picture at the end of the episode. Yeah. Also, Hell took Cestia's heart, and Nagisa has Cestia's heart now. Doesn't that mean that Nagisa is Hell? Yeah. So, next. Slime. Here. Finally got Walpurgis. Next episode, considering, yeah, that's the name of the next episode, is Walpurgis. This episode was literally just the beginning of that, and also basically, I guess, the final battle. In which, to be honest, I really actually liked that battle. To be honest, I'm not really that much of a fan when it comes to battles. Sure, they're good and everything, but no, I tend to not really enjoy them a lot. But there was something about that one in which I really liked. Maybe it's just the fact that Shuna actually finally fights. We actually see how strong she is. And then there's also probably just the fact that for some reason that skeleton guy, don't actually remember his name right now, yeah, just everything that he does there is great for comedy, I guess. But yeah, um, finally getting Walpurgis. I seriously hope Clayman dies here, and also I'm kind of guessing that the meeting that Streameru has with don't remember the demon lord's name, but whatever one it was, that's basically summons Shizu-san. Probably going to guess that that meeting is probably going to be finishing this season, I guess. But really, I honestly don't know where the story is actually going to be going after this, considering this entire time so far it's kind of centered around what Clayman is doing. That's clearly coming to an end here. So yeah, I don't really know what's coming up next after all this. But Clayman seriously does need to die because he absolutely fucking deserves it. So yeah, next up here with this. Yeah, Makoto here is basically becoming a god, I guess. Yeah, with the amount of energy he has now. Though one question I kind of have considering that is the god that brought him to that world and everything. Don't actually remember that god's name, but definitely not the goddess here, because fuck her. And yeah, he basically went to sleep because he ran out of energy, right? So couldn't Makoto basically give him energy to bring him back? I don't really know if that would be possible, but it's kind of an idea that popped up in my head when going watching that episode or after it. Don't exactly remember when I came popped into my head, but yeah, that's kind of an idea that popped into my head there. Something that could possibly happen, I guess. But yeah, don't really have anything else to say here, I guess. So next, Nagaki-san. Third season has been announced apparently. Saw the notification from Mal last night. Oh my, the notification I got from Mal last night. And yeah, third season has been announced apparently along with a movie as well, which I'm people so far I'm guessing are guessing that this is basically going to be the end of the anime. So yeah, possibly if it is the end of the anime, we are going to be seeing the sequel getting adapted afterwards, where they've grown up and have a kid, I guess. But yeah, Takagi-san, third season announced, apparently. So yeah, that's all the anime stuff I kind of have to talk about, and yeah, at this point I'd probably have a hard time remembering things to actually talk about that I want to talk about, but thankfully I decided to start putting together a list of things for me to talk about so I don't forget. So yeah, first off, something I forget about last week, in which was basically a site that I watch anime on was basically down for a week and a half. Yeah, and they're still actually uploading episodes, trying to catch up to where they're supposed to be right now. So yeah, and they only got the sites back up like 2 or 3 days ago. But in that time, I found another site in which I would say is definitely better, considering a lot of the openings themes for anime this season have been buffering quite a bit, but it's on the site I'm now watching anime on. I think so far the last week or so, um, I've only had video buff for like once or twice in total. I can actually watch the opening themes for all the anime this season without any buffering at all, basically. Which, to be honest, is great, considering some of they aren't opening things are very good, but very annoying. Hard to watch when it's buffering constantly. So, nice surprise, I guess. But yeah, next up, I guess games I've done. When it comes to Stage games, at least, considering that's basically all I can really play because my computer is absolutely horrible. Yeah, now and then, the game I'm playing, which I'll have a thing popping up over here, like I did previously, for the game and everything. But yeah, I managed to get to the end of chapter 16 in that, and I've started chapter 17, probably like half an hour or so into that. But yeah, probably about closing on 48 hours into that game so far, and only 19 chapters in the game currently, so 3 chapters left for me to play basically, and I wouldn't be surprised if I actually get to the 48-hour mark of playing the game by the time I get there, considering how long these chapters are. And yeah, in the part 2 there, I've gotten to so far, I saw that coming from miles away. Not just a mile, I saw it miles away. And yeah, that to be honest is one thing I would say that I find the most annoying so far about this, considering I saw that coming from so far away. It's something that should have been avoidable, but your main character never actually figures out because never gets told. And yeah, something that should have been avoidable, but wasn't. But of course, that's part of the story and everything. So yeah, kind of excuse, I guess. Character forgetting, getting to tell you. Yeah, don't really know. But that was honestly one thing that I kind of find the most annoying about the game so far, is how that all went. But yeah, not that bad. Definitely enjoying the story so far. Yeah. Next, I guess, yeah, I got onto Civ 6 and did benchmarks on it, considering I actually noticed benchmarks that are available there. And of course, FPS wise, absolutely horrible. Don't even think I actually got like 5 FPS on average. I think. I think that's mainly due to the fact that, well, the benchmark, of course, had tons of cities for the civilizations there, and a lot of units and everything. So yeah, a lot of things that my computer would have to load, which kind of tanks the FPS and everything. And also the AI benchmark, which is just how long it takes my computer to go through the AI's turns, which averaged on like 38 seconds in total, I think, for each turn. So I guess that's not horrible when it comes to that, at least. But yeah, seriously do need a new computer, considering yeah, I want to play something, actually play games I want to play, considering there's a decent amount of games I cannot play that I want to, because my computer is absolutely horrible. And I have looked on like iBuyPower at computers on there that you can get, and I think the lowest price I get for a computer that's on there is like $2,000, maybe up to 2,500. Yeah, and that's basically just for the computer itself. If I just get a computer, I'll probably have to get new monitors, considering, yeah, something about my monitors, they're not exactly the same resolution, and they're also old as hell. For goodness sakes, my second monitor is a digital TV that I can also use as a monitor for my computer. A digital TV, for goodness sakes, and the resolution for it is, yeah. I honestly don't even know what the resolution for it is. I know my main monitor is 1600 by 900. Other one, no idea. Considering it's not exactly an easy number to remember, I guess. Considering I can see black bars on the sides of the darn thing of words that's not actually used for some reason. But yeah, if I was, I'm kind of thinking if I was to get a new computer and everything as well, I'd probably want to try and go all out and just get an entire new setup. Considering kind of want a better mic, something that doesn't start hurting my better headset and everything. Probably just a mic stand or something eventually, I guess. Good headphones, considering this thing actually hurts after recording for like an hour or two. Considering it's literally being held up by my ears and nothing else because it goes around back of my head, not over it. Seriously, who the hell came up with that horrible idea? Someone in Microsoft, considering this fucking Microsoft headset. Yeah. Probably would have and then wanting a new desk considering this thing is old as hell. Probably may actually be older than me. And the darn thing is, of course, starting to fall apart. Actually has been falling apart for a while, but still holding up, thankfully. But yeah, I'll definitely go all out. And one thing for sure is I'll be getting a new camera considering this thing is horrible. If you can't tell. Considering, well, yeah. Yeah. Don't really have anything else to say here, I guess. So, yeah. End of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and, yeah. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.